Well, good morning and welcome back to my Appalachian Life. I'm Joanna and I'm so glad you decided to tune in today. Today is Saturday after Christmas and I'm going to join my brother Johnny Ray and his family for Christmas dinner tonight at his house. His daughter and her family live in North Carolina. They'll be there. His son and their family live locally, so they'll be there and I'll get to see all of them tonight. So I'm taking the garden green beans and corn on the cob, and I'm going to make a blackberry cobbler today too. I forgot about that. I need to do that. But I wanted to make this dish because I had the ingredients already, because I made it once to take to our Sunday school celebration for Christmas. So I'm going to make these sausage pinwheels. I'm not going to bake them. I'm just going to take them in a pan so that they can get up in the morning and bake them and have a good breakfast in the morning, because these are delicious. Everybody likes them. So I've already washed my hands. I'm still having my coffee. I've got my morning voice going on, so maybe this will help loosen up my vocal cords. And I'm drinking out of my pretty little Santa Claus coffee cup. So the first thing we're going to do is you use 2 cans of crescent rolls. I've already opened one can and have it out here. So we're going to roll this into one long rectangular shape. I'm going to just barely dust this so it doesn't stick with some flour. Okay, find where it's coming apart. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to gently roll this out. And you see where it's perforated to make triangular shapes down this way and then triangular. So we're going to pinch all of those seams together. This is really easy. I make it usually on holidays, Thanksgiving or Christmas, Easter. I don't know why I don't make it any other time. But instead of sausage balls, this is what I make. You'll make sure these seams are pressed well together so they don't come open on you. And I'm going to take a little bit of flour on this wooden roller and just roll it out a little bit more, a little flatter. Okay, that's good. Now, next step is to take the sausage, and you want the sausage to sit out of the refrigerator for a little while so it'll be easy to press down onto this crescent dough. So I had a little bit left over from the last time I made it. And you just want to press it and spread it. You don't want a thick layer, but just a thin layer of sausage. Today, our weather is going to be around 70 degrees, and it's so sunny outside right now. I put Mercy outside. She was hesitant to go, but she finally did. But I thought she needed to be outside and get some fresh air and chase some mice around or something today, because it's going to start turning cold again, and I think the high for Tuesday is just going to be like 30 degrees. So we're just going back and forth with the temperature on the weather here. And there's so many people sick with the flu. I checked on Brandon. He didn't get to come home for Christmas because he was sick and running a fever of 100. And he did go to the doctor and he tested positive for type A flu. And he said Friday, which was yesterday, that he was starting to feel better, but he was still running a fever. So I pray for all of you all who are sick with the flu, that you'll get over it quickly without any further complications with it. And the little children that get sick with the flu and have such a hard time, and pray for them. Okay, this layer of sausage is almost done. You can see how easy it is just to spread on here. And you want to leave a little bit of room on the edges so the dough will pinch together. I think that's going to be enough of the sausage. And I'll wash my hands real quick. Just spread that. Okay, the next step is take your Parmesan cheese, and I'm just using this jar, this bottle, or whatever you want to call it, plastic container. And I got the 3 cheese blend. And you can use whatever you want. Just straight Parmesan or Parmesan. What's that other starts with an R? You all know what I'm talking about. Brain's not working good this morning. But you just sprinkle this, a good layering of this Parmesan Italian cheese. You know, I don't think it smells good. I never thought Parmesan cheese smelled good, but it sure does taste good in Italian dishes. Oops. Something fell off on the counter. Okay, I'm going to spread this around a little bit so it's kind of even layer around it. Okay, and we start rolling up. I need to wipe my hands again. I'm going to get my bench scraper to cut the pieces. So we start rolling up, and some people roll this way out, but I like to roll toward me because I can use my thumbs to tuck the roll under as I go, and it keeps it good and tight. So I'll start here. Some of the perforation is trying to open up on me on the back side. I hope Mercy enjoys her sunny day out there today, and I can get her back in tonight. Okay, I'm almost to the end. I don't know if you can see how much space I've got. And I'm just going to stretch that up and over and pinch it to seal it. Okay, and that's all there is to it. And I'm now going to cut the slices, but I need a pan to put them in first. Let me get a pan. Okay. Need another sip of coffee while my hands are clean. Okay, I'm going to first start by cutting right in the middle. And then I'm going to cut in the middle again on each piece. In the middle again. And then I'm going to go back and cut in between each section. Some people take dental floss and cut through the dough like this. And you can do that. Okay. Now let's just set these in the pans. Give them a little space in between so they have room to spread a little bit. Okay, there's one pan, and I'll load the other one and roll out the next crescent dough, and we will be done. Got a phone call coming in. Okay, sorry about that. I had a phone call coming in, and it was actually Lowe's, the salesman that I had talked to there once before about the Frigidaire products. They were on sale before, but when I was looking and ready to order, they weren't on sale anymore. But he called to say they are now on sale. So I've already placed the order with Premier, and I think I'm going to like working with Premier. They were very, very helpful, very customer oriented, and I decided to go ahead with the GE. So I hope all that works out good for me. I'm just going to take the rest of this Parmesan that fell off and just kind of sprinkle it on top of each one. And now I will get started on the next batch. Okay, I'm starting on the second batch, and I'm not going to let y'all watch me do this again. You saw how I did it. And it's about 12 after 9 right now. And I'm wanting to tune in to my preacher's podcast that I watch every morning on Facebook. And I highly recommend you check it out and follow him. His name is David Harrison. He goes to our church. He's been in the ministry for over 50 years. And he's been all over the world preaching and teaching God's Word. He's a musician, and he plays just about any instrument there is to play. He used to sing with some gospel groups, play the guitar, and I don't know if he played anything else, piano maybe, with those gospel groups. He loves music, but more than anything, he loves the Lord, and he is an excellent Bible teacher. And he's teaching through the book of Genesis right now, and it's so rich and so good. So many lessons that we can apply to our lives through those studies. So it's a great morning devotion. If you need something other than you just reading a book or, the little devotion books and stuff, tune in and listen and watch David Harrison. You will love him. His personality just shines through, and he's just such a fun, loving person to listen to and learn from. So I want to go and turn him on because he comes on at 9, from 9 to 10. So I want to turn him on and listen to him while I mix up this other batch. So you all have a great day. I'll be back later today with the other stuff that I'm making. So I'll see you later. Well, I brought my laptop over here, and actually he doesn't do his preacher's podcast on Saturday mornings, but he does other things through the day. And every day he does a daily devotional. So I'll show you his webpage, and I'm going to listen to this daily devotional. Well, I just did something here. Let me scroll up and show you his webpage so you can find him. That's he and his wife, Kay, and that's his profile picture, David Harrison, and you just look him up on Facebook and hit follow, so you'll be sure to get his... Let me get my cursor back down here on the down arrow to get back down to the daily podcast. The daily devotional. This one was from, today's the 27th, isn't it? Is it? I can't tell. No, today's 28th. I don't know, but let's listen to it.
December the 27th, John 14, verse 27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Often, following the holidays, people experience depression and extreme sadness. For some who are old and for the most part live alone, they look forward to the holidays, or that's where they get to spend time with family and friends. This brings so much joy to sometimes those forgotten ones in the community. For others, the holidays leave them depressed because of their misplaced value systems and wrong priorities. So many people are so deeply attached to this world and this world system that the only pleasure they have is in the things of the world. When the world does not come through for them, they find themselves hopeless. Some spend the entire holidays drowning their sorrows in alcohol or drugs, only to wake up the same misery they knew before it all began. What they all are looking for is peace, something to take away the pain. The truth is that nothing in this world will ever take away the pain or hurt of sin and sorrow. Satan has so many blinded into thinking that the answer is in sinful pleasure, but it's a vicious cycle. He constantly draws his victims in closer and tighter, only making matters worse and their bondage more difficult to break. Jesus came in Bethlehem and ended his earthly journey at Calvary so he could take away man's pain and sorrow. He suffered everything that a man could suffer so as to provide for man real, true peace and happiness. He came to give you peace. He does not want you to have a troubled heart, nor does he want you to be afraid. You don't have to fear tomorrow, what tomorrow brings. Jesus is our peace. He gives peace like the world does not possess. Let him take away your fear today. This year is about gone, and one new one is just days ahead. With all its uncertainties, let the peace of God take charge of your heart and refuse to be afraid. He's promised to go with you all the way. He'll not leave you nor forsake you, so there's no need to be afraid. December the 27th, John 14, verse 27. Peace I leave with you, my
Okay, so that was just today's daily devotional that he puts out every day, just a little short devotion based on scripture. But Monday through Fridays, he does his preacher's podcast where he's teaching through the book of Genesis, and it's from 9 to 10 o'clock. And it's live from 9 to 10 every morning, Monday through Friday. But you can go back and watch previous ones. They're still on his Facebook page where you can go back and listen and watch. But he can't travel anymore. And he used to go to lots of churches to preach revivals or to fill in for pastors who were out. and he can't do it anymore because of his health issues. And he talks about his health issues, what's going on with him. But he doesn't want to quit teaching God's Word. So he's using social media platform, and that's why he has developed this Preacher's Podcast and his Facebook page. So he needs to build that up and get lots of followers so he can derive some income, a little bit of income from it. So do me a favor, but most of all do him a favor, and look him up on Facebook, David Harrison, and follow him. And I'd appreciate it. He would appreciate it. And you'll be a blessing to him, and you will be blessed by his teaching. I promise you won't be disappointed. So thank you for doing that. All right, I got all the pinwheels cut and put in the pan. So I'm going to give these 2 trays to Johnny Ray, and I'll keep the extra here. There's about a half a dozen here or so, and I'll keep those in, heat them up in the morning for myself. So I'll get these covered and put in the refrigerator. And to bake them, you bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes, or until they're nice and golden brown. You want to make sure that sausage is cooked good too, so don't take them out too early. So you just judge by your oven, and you don't want them to get too dark, but just watch them anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes. All right, we'll talk to you later. Well, Amazon delivered Mercy's Christmas present a little while ago, and I had to put it together. So it took me about 45 minutes, and I finally got it. So I hope she likes it. I ordered it because of the scratch pad, and she's been trying to sharpen her nails on my furniture, and I have to scold her for doing that. She's not done any damage yet. So I thought if she had this to scratch her nails on, she'd leave my furniture alone. So we'll see how it works. Well, I'm bringing the trash off, and the line is way backed up. I wonder how long it will take me. I'd like to see what that truck in front of me looks like during the night. If you can tell, he's got Christmas lights taped all around the bumper and the side of the bed, the back glass. The whole side is covered with lights, and the hood is covered with lights. I'd like to see what that looks like, all lit up. Well, it just took me about 15 minutes, so that wasn't too bad. Well, I've got a few minutes now before it's time to pick up the smoked turkey. So I'm going to stop in here at Gray at Elizabeth Dean Boutique. Today is Dollar Day, so in their annex section, everything is $1. So we'll see if we find anything. Okay, made it back home. And while I was in Elizabeth Dean Boutique, I got a call from my brother Johnny Ray, and he said I didn't have to go pick up that smoked turkey, that Valerie was going to Johnson City for something, and she was going to stop by there and pick it up on her way home. So I just took my time browsing around in there, and I'll just show you what I got. We'll start with the annex place. Everything in this bag was $1, and I got this pretty soft red sweater. Let me see if I see the name brand on it. It says John and Anna, New York on it, but it's kind of red and fuzzy. Cute red sweater. I just knocked my chandelier. It's shaking. Cute red sweater for $1. Good weight to it. And then I just got this sweatshirt to work outside in the yard when it's cool. And it's $1, a navy sweatshirt. And it's a zip up front. It's a ladies zip up front. It's got a emblem on it that says Eastman Credit Union. That's our local bank here. So that was a good find for $1. And I got a pair of shoes. Let me get those. Okay, so forgot the shoes in there. So I got these cute black flat shoes, and they're leather, real leather, and they're very soft. And the name brand on those is kind of worn off. I can't really make it out, but it says Dr. Scholl's on the bottom of it. That must be the inserts on the inside of them. But they're real soft and comfortable. So they were $1. And then, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Let's see, I went into the regular boutique, and the red tags were half price. So I got this cute pullover top. It's got pockets down here, and I think I paid $6.50 for that, half price. And I thought this ooh, coughing and sneezing. I hope I'm not going to get sick. This is a really cute denim blouse, and it's called Parsley and Sage is the name brand on it. But look at the front of it. How cute is that? In the back. And this one was half price too, and I paid $7 for it. Then they opened up a thrift store in the basement. So a part of the proceeds of the thrift store goes back into the community. They donate it to the community right here, charities. And what I found there was just this wooden spatula. It has a little curve to it. I thought it was so cute. Be good scraping up these pans and stuff. But it was $3 at the thrift store. So that was my haul at Elizabeth Theme Boutique. So if you all have not shopped there, you need to. Tricia Sykes Mosier is the owner, and she's just a sweetheart, and her husband too. And his parents just lived down the road from us, and he was our deacon at church. And since then, his mom and dad both have passed away. But they're just sweet people, and just such giving to the church and to the community. And she does a great job with the boutique, the annex, and the thrift store. So check them out, Elizabeth Theme Boutique. If you're in Gray, it's near the Interstate Exchange, and you'll see a Shell station. And there's a road that turns right next to the Shell station, and you turn there in the immediate right into the parking lot of Elizabeth Theme Boutique. So check them out. Now we've got to get started making this blackberry cobbler, because John already told me to be there at 3:30 to help get everything ready, and it's 1:30 now. So I've got 2 hours to make that and change clothes and get ready. So let's get busy.